One.
All right, friends, for tonight's video, you need your math notebook, your pencil, and the sheet that I gave you that should be in your red folder. So go ahead and get that stuff real quick. All right, open up to the next two clean sheets, which should be 146, 147. We're going to title 146 My Own Symmetry and 147 Symmetry. So go ahead and pause and do that real quick. All right, so symmetry is a line that divides a figure into congruent parts. And remember, congruent means same size, same shape. So I have the same size heart as this side if I use this line of symmetry. So if I fold it in half, it will overlap and lay on each other exactly or perfectly. So symmetry is the line that divides a figure into congruent parts. And congruent means same size, same shape. We talked about that one already. So for examples, I'm going to draw that heart that we just talked about, and I'm going to draw my line of symmetry down the middle. So my heart has one line of symmetry, but some shapes have more than one, and that's what we're going to look at next. All right, so my next example is a rectangle. Now my rectangle has two lines of symmetry because I can fold it in half long way. I could fold it in half horizontally, vertically, to where I'd get one line of symmetry here. I could get one here. Now, diagonal is not one because think about my paper. My paper is rectangle. If I fold it diagonally, I have a flap hanging over. But if I fold it this way, that's one line of symmetry. If I fold it this way, that's another line of symmetry because it folds over perfectly. So rectangle, two lines of symmetry. So pause and write that down. Now a triangle has how many sides? 3 sides, 3 angles. Let's make a prediction. How many lines of symmetry do you think it's going to have? If I draw an equilateral triangle, it will have 3 lines of symmetry because I can fold it this way, or this way. But you have to be careful with some triangles because if it's isosceles and scalene, it might not have 3. It might have less. But my equilateral will have 3 lines of symmetry. We're going to do one more example. Now here's my last shape. Can I fold it or draw a line to where it will fold over exactly onto something else? Think about that. I don't think it can, and I know some of you don't think it can, and it can't. So that means it has no lines of symmetry. Not every shape has to have a line of symmetry. Some will have none. So go ahead and make sure you have all that written down, and then we're going to go to page 146. All right, on page 146, you need to make 3 shapes that have at least one line of symmetry. So you're going to make your own shapes, different than the ones on 147. And you are going to show me at least one line of symmetry because I'm going to check those tomorrow when you come in. So go ahead and do that, and then you need to get your worksheet real quick. All right, so we're going to start with page 102, Exploring Line Symmetry. Now what you're going to do in the directions, it says you're going to decide whether they have one line of symmetry, 2 lines of symmetry, or no lines of symmetry. And then you're either going to write 1, 2, or none, and then draw the line or lines. So the first one we did as an example in our notebook, it was a rectangle. So I wrote 2 because you're either going to write 1, 2, or none. And then I drew the lines that we did in the notebook. So you're going to continue doing that. You're going to decide, does it have 1 line, 2 line, or no lines? And then draw the lines also. Then on the back, you're going to complete each design showing symmetry and then draw the line. I'm going to go ahead and draw my line first, and if you want, you can. So I'm going to draw my line of symmetry right here. And then because I know it's going to look the exact same on the opposite side, I'm just going to complete the exact on the opposite side. Because if I fold it over on that line, it's going to be the exact same thing on both sides. So you're going to complete this side drawing the line of symmetry, and then completing the other part of the drawing. Make sure you have that done for tomorrow because you're going to turn it in when we get here. Have a good night.